This is me getting interrogated by Stormtroopers.
You match the description of a reported resistance supporter.
Absolutely
Let's
not.
see some identification.
And this is me in an empty Batuu. And most people don't know how to make this happen because there are parts of Galaxy's Edge that not even Disney tells you about. Experiences that'll pull you deep into the Star Wars universe and make you feel like an absolute VIP.
I think Grogu likes it.
Today, we're revealing 10 things that no one tells you about Galaxy's Edge, starting with a free app that unlocks hidden interactions all around you. The first thing you want to do when you get here is download the Play app so you have access to the Star Wars datapad. And keep this open because you're going to want it all day long. You can do a variety of actions in here, like hack the X-Wing right here at the front of the park. You're going to want to come here to the hack section and it's going to scan the environment and find the X-Wing right here. When we click hack, we're going to get a puzzle on here that you have to solve and just connect the colors together. Once we do that, it's going to transmit to the X-Wing and we get to hear it make some sounds, which is really cool.
Now let's talk about dressing up, aka bounding, here at Galaxy's Edge and why it's a total game changer. We're here at the Black Spire Marketplace where you can find a variety of outfits including the Jedi robes and tunic. These are items that allow you to dress up so that you can really blend into the environment around you. The Jedi robes on their own are beautiful, they're thick, they're very authentic feeling, so you can really feel like a Jedi when you're on Batuu. And the tunic, it's not just any tunic. There's actually some stitching around the collar, and the fabric itself isn't just plain, it's got a texture to it, so it's really nice. Both of these go perfect with the accessory belt, which is this one here. The leather on this looks almost real. It has a usable pocket, and the hardware is actually really nice too. And all these items come in handy for an experience we'll talk about later. What most people don't realize is that there's tons of outfits all over Batuu, but before we go show you guys that, take out your datapad app and look around because there's Arbesh everywhere and you can actually decipher all of it. Like this crate here, I've always wondered what it actually says. So on your app, you're gonna click that translate button, you click manual input, and then just type in the symbols that you see. Danger, flammable, don't even come near this crate here, now you know. It's going to really flesh out your experience. Let's go ahead and head over to the Resistance kiosk so I can show you how to put together a casual look.
What I love about the merch here is everything is very in-world and Black Spire Outpost theme. You can grab this t-shirt over here with a gorgeous patch on it and it pairs perfectly with the matching Black Spire Outpost hat. And I like to grab a bag personally to add another layer and this one just goes perfectly. Now, if you're a Chewie fan, you could grab the Chewbacca Resistance shirt. And my favorite hat they have here is the Resistance hat, and these go really well together with the matching backpack. Look at how detailed this thing is. You have patches, the logo, it's absolutely beautiful. And here at Doc Ondar's, you'll find some of Ahsoka's cosplay items. Her cloak is really beautiful. And then one of our personal favorite items is Ahsoka's belt, because you can use this to put together so many great outfits. And if you're an Imperial or First Order fan, make sure to stop by the shop here to put together a dark side look. All right, you're all dressed up and look like you belong in the Star Wars universe, but what's the point? Well, remember those Stormtroopers from the beginning of the video? The characters here aren't just to look at. There's a whole world of immersion and your outfit completely unlocks it. If you show your support to the Resistance, the Stormtroopers are definitely gonna have something to say.
You match the description of a reported resistance supporter.
Absolutely
Let's
not.
see some identification, and you want us to believe that's you?
Yes.
Well, that explains everything. By the way, you're under surveillance.
Me, I'm with the First
We've got
Order.
eyes on you. Oh, negative. Wait, we're tracking possible resistance spies. Looks like you found them first. Good work, Trooper.
You're
Excellent.
very welcome, guys.
Thank you, citizen.
For the order.
For the order.
Or you can show your allegiance to the First Order for a surprising encounter with Rey.
Hey, Ray.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing okay. I'm a bit concerned about your uniform, huh?
You know what? I just joined the academy, but my heart is still with the Resistance. What do you think I should do?
Well, I think it's never too late to choose a different path. You know, my friend Finn was a stormtrooper. Now he's one of our best fighters.
I feel like that's where I am right now.
Always stand up and do the right thing.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to switch teams then.
Oh, thank you so much for your support.
Perfect.
I do think that if we stick together, the resistance will be the spark that takes them down.
great.
Have to remain hopeful and hope our message can reach as many corners all throughout the galaxy.
Yes, especially us that are in there, because I work so hard, but I'm really lonely in there. They don't really care about me.
Well, the Resistance, I gained a family, so we'd love to have you. It's all I've ever wanted.
Yay!
Only say
Cool.
good
All
things.
right, I found new friends then.
And if you want to go even deeper into supporting your faction, the Datapad app has longer missions called jobs. You pick the faction you want to support and just let the app guide you. Our intel suggests that the Resistance have established an encampment on the outskirts of Black Spire Outpost. You are to infiltrate, locate their long-range antenna, and take it out. We've successfully hacked the comm tower, made Hux proud, and made 250 credits. Job well done. Now, we've explored some of the shops for our outfits, but there are a few more that people usually walk completely past, like the Toydarian toy maker behind me, which has cool in-world dolls of some of your favorite characters.
What do you think,
Look at
Grogu?
that, Grogu.
What do you think? I think he likes it.
I think Grogu likes it.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Some of my favorite things in here are the games like the Dejaric table and the Sabacc deck, and the die-cast models, which are really cool as well. And when you're in the shops, make sure to look up for some really cool hidden details, like the Millennium Falcon flying through an asteroid field, and so much more. And this is true for all of the shops in here.
Across the way is the creature stall. And the first thing you want to do when you walk in here is look up, because what you're going to see are really interesting and sometimes rather loud creatures in crates hanging from the ceiling. This is where you can adopt your very own Star Wars creature. Of course, they have porgs, they have puffer pigs, but our favorite is Nix because he is so cute and he's fully posable, so you can play with him in so many different ways. Now, if you are looking for something more life-size, make sure you get a loft cat, because not only is he huge, but he comes in a very unique carrying case.
And then there's Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. We see so many people walk by the shop not knowing what's inside. And when you step foot in, you are going to see relics from all throughout the Star Wars universe, and Doc Ondar himself hanging out. You can find cool merch in here, from holocrons and kyber crystals to currencies from throughout the Star Wars universe, and the legendary Camtono that you can store everything in. And of course, legacy lightsabers, which are character sabers from your favorite Star Wars characters. We still have one more shop to check out with a hands-on building experience, but first, let's talk about the rides. Now, when it comes to rides, you may already know that Rise of the Resistance is a must, and it truly is the most immersive ride in all of Disney World. But what nobody tells you is how to avoid the longest rides. Now, most people will grab a lightning lane for this, but there's a couple better ways. One, if you're by yourself, utilize the single rider line. It's so much quicker, but it does miss the 2 pre-shows, so if you haven't been on the ride, I do suggest waiting in line. Which brings me to my second recommendation: come towards the end of the night. It will be a walk-on and you'll get the full ride experience. And if you've ever wanted to be part of the crew of the Millennium Falcon, you're probably hopping on Smuggler's Run. Now, this ride does have a single rider line as well, but as you're going through, check out some of the hidden details. Like on the actual Falcon, there is a tiny Millennium Falcon hiding under the cockpit, and in the ride, as you walk through, you'll see a bunch of hidden porg nests. Now that you've immersed yourself in some amazing attractions, here's something most people find out the hard way. Some of the best experiences at Galaxy's Edge require a reservation, like here at Savi's workshop. For my Jedi and Sith fans, this is where you can build your own custom lightsaber. You get to pick from 4 different ones: power and control, peace and justice, elemental nature, and protection and defense. And this isn't just a lightsaber, it's a full-on experience where you step foot into Savi's workshop and see the story of the lightsaber as you build yours piece by piece. It is the coolest thing in Galaxy's Edge. Around here, you'll also see tons of crates, and they're not just decoration. You can pull out your Datapad app, come down here and scan this and actually acquire what is inside of here.
If you want an experience that's more playful and hands-on, stop at Droid Depot. But on your way in, make sure you pay these guys a visit. They're so much fun, and this is another spot to take out your Datapad and interact with them. What makes them special is that they'll only interact with you after you solve a puzzle. At the heart of the Droid Depot is the droid building experience, where you actually get to build your very own droid. You'll select parts from a moving conveyor belt, then you'll go to your assembly stand, you will get a very real drill, and you will literally build him yourself. At the end, you get to press a big old button, activate him, and see him come to life. It is such a beautiful experience. Now, don't forget to also make a reservation for this one because it can get a bit busy. So between Savi's and the droid building experience, if you could only choose one, ask yourself this. Do you want a really immersive and touching experience? Choose Savi's. But if you want a more fun, quick building experience, choose the droid. Now, of course, if you want the ultimate Galaxy's Edge experience, do both.
Now, we've been using the Play app a lot today, but the ultimate way to use it is here for Batuu bounty hunting. You'll need not only the app, but a Magic Band Plus. And what you'll do is walk up to the wall and scan your band, and you'll be given a bounty. You're gonna wander all around Batuu searching for it, and all the doorways will have little icons on them to let you know if they're a bounty hunting door. And your Magic Band's going to pulse quicker as you get closer to the location. Once you find it, you'll actually scan the bounty on your phone, then head back over here and turn it in. Now, most visitors arrive at Galaxy's Edge in the morning and leave before the sun even goes down, which is a huge mistake because this place comes to life at night. When you walk through the marketplace, you can see the night sky and the lanterns illuminating your pathway. The ships light up, the spires glow a stunning blue, and if you can catch the stage show at night, I think it makes it extra special. And whether you built a Savi's Workshop lightsaber or grabbed a Legacy lightsaber, it's the perfect time to pull it out for some epic photos.
And the best way to end your day on Batuu is to step inside somewhere we actually missed on our first visit and still regret to this day, Oga's Cantina. This is the coolest Star Wars bar you have ever seen. The experience is so immersive, it is decked out from floor to ceiling. The bar is like nothing you've ever seen, and there's even a droid DJ banging out some sweet tunes. Now, we missed this place because we didn't make a reservation. So our Jedi knowledge for this is obviously to make a reservation, but make sure that it's the last one of the night, because when you walk out, you will be one of the last, if not the last visitor on Batuu, and there is nothing like seeing the Millennium Falcon with nobody in front of her. The biggest mistake people make is not what they do, but how much time they give themselves to do it. The first time we came here, we were here the whole day and left wishing we'd had more time. So our recommendation is plan for a full day. But if you want a chill pace, consider 2. And don't rush through it. Galaxy's Edge just wasn't built to be rushed through. It was built to be lived in. So give yourself enough time to truly take it all in. And watch a costume guide right here so you can fully immerse yourself into the Galaxy's Edge experience.